Yes, and welcome. This, of course, the Touchline, and on to our first session of the interviews here. Glad to have Kay Ndungu. Kay Ndungu is a cyclist, elite cyclist, who is all preparing to take part in the gravel loop safaris race, which is happening on 14th of this month. That's in Naivasha at the Hell's Gate. It will be the third leg of the series. The series itself began last year, and Ndungu has been part of it since it began in 2024. Karibu sana, Ndungu.
Asante sana.
Great to have you and talk about your preparations. And quickly, we could just come into your, how ready are you for the 14th June event?
I'm well ready, prepared mentally and physically. Just a few days remaining for the event to happen, and really looking forward for it. Yes.
Finishing second in Machakos, that was like the second event, right?
Yes.
How does this motivate you going into the third leg?
It really motivates me, looking forward for a win. And the field will be quite big because we'll be having our partners from Europe coming. So it will be a very tough race, but we are prepared and we're good to go because it will happen on our soil. Because mostly you find like I came from Europe just the other day, so we raced with them on their soil. So this chance we have an opportunity to race with them in our soil. Yes.
Do you expect to give them a run for the money, or what quality would you be depending on to upstage them?
I say the experience, and it's home ground, so we're gonna use that as an advantage. So on Wednesday we'll be heading to Naivasha, also prepare and see the course. So yeah.
I mean, gravel racing being just a discipline on its own, right?
Yes.
But it's a combination, more like a bridge between the normal run or racing on the paved or unpaved roads to now a combination of the mountain bike racing, where all the terrain, conditions come in.
Yes.
How do you battle this?
So gravel was born just the other day, so it's still a new discipline, and every day we are getting new numbers. But mainly you find the people who at least do well in gravel, they have background from mountain bike, because somehow you find in places it's technical, like single trays, rock garden. So you have to have the technicality in you. But we also having people from the roadside who are coming and they are doing very well also. Yeah.
Preparations in Europe, that means that cycling has been, you've taken quite great strides with it.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
So after high school, I just decided to do cycling as a career. And so far, I've achieved quite a lot of targets and goals, and I'm still continuing to achieve them.
Yes, and looking at your targets in Naivasha, the Hell's Gate, quite a familiar route for you.
Yes.
What are the changes this year, maybe, and how mentally you're ready to take them on?
So compared to last year, there was a sand section where it was very difficult, and we have almost the year we have quite a long hill. So you better have your climbing legs, and we only rely on the body, how the body wakes up, how the legs respond, and how mentally prepared you are, and the tactics on the rest day.
Yeah, and being a UCI qualified event, of course, for the starters, UCI is the International Cycling Federation Association that runs all the fairs of cycling. And being a qualifier, that means that there's more pressure for you to get the points.
Yes, yes. So last year I was not able to qualify to the gravel world. So this year I'm looking forward and putting up my socks to have that qualifier. Yes.
Loop Safari has been really coming and shaking the market and shown people, given riders like you a chance to, fight for a chance to go to the top, compete at the top level, and especially qualifying for the UCI. But what are the strides? Maybe have we seen a number of cyclists going through to these events, or what's the promise?
So Loop has done a really good thing, because we have not only in Naivasha or Machakos, we have also in Vipingo, and we had also it in Iten. So it's like a countrywide sport, and it is creating awareness to everybody out there. Every young girl, young man who wants to do cycling, they are all welcome, and from us they can see what is there, and there's a future. Not like before when I was starting, there was no clear path. But now and you can see it, like if I make it, if I remain disciplined, consistent, there's a path, there's a future that I can. Yes.
And of course, UCI, maybe what your target to getting there?
So For the UCI,
What must happen? Yes.
I must have like the top 25% of the top participants will qualify to the event. Yes.
How has competing against Jordan Schleck, who's really won, or swept everything across the board?
Yes.
Competing against, how has it bettered your game?
So Jordan is my teammate. So
Atamani.
yes, Atamani. So when he wins, the team wins. So, but he's also a very hardworking guy. He's from Uganda, and he's also promising. Yes, and I like his discipline and consistency.
Yeah. Apart from speed and agility, what else counts?
Mentality. Yes, and the drive. Yes.
Not the type of the bike?
Also, the type of the bike counts. Okay, cycling needs two parts. The human being and the machine. Both have to be 100-100. If one misses one thing, you are not good to go.
Yeah, and what's the advantage that gravel racing really throws at you, because there's no proper road, like you're racing on the paved or the standard, racing where you go off the road and get into all the terrains that you want. What's the advantage compared to, particular racing where you just have to stay on the asphalt?
So for gravel, you can train anywhere at any time. You can go on tarmac, you can go on off-road, you can go on rocks. Like Ushago, you can do your trails over there in the single trails. So you're spoiled for choice. Yes.
Yes, indeed. So, looking at your performance this year, your target is to get the points and also win. Where do you think the competition might come from in your category, the 120 kilometers,
yes,
right?
120. So we'll be having guys like Hans Becking, who is a European very strong guy. So they'll be coming, and we have also other participants who are coming, and that will be our biggest challenge to face and to tackle against. Yeah.
What would you like to improve, looking at improving, having finished second in Machakos? What should now change at the Hell's Gate?
I'm really focused and looking forward for the win. Yes.
How crucial will it be for you, looking at your journey? Do you taking pride in so far how you began and the titles and all the good performances that have come with your time on the bike?
Yes, I'm happy and I'm proud so far with the journey. Had some setbacks, but I overcame them. And so far, because also the Kenya Cycling Federation has been also good also and given me many opportunities to represent Kenya abroad. And I'm really grateful. And so far, the journey is still continuing.
Yeah, what were the setbacks and how did you rise above them?
So there's a day I went to Namibia. I was doing the mountain bike national championship, but I crashed and I had a concussion 2 days before the event. And with the injury, I still overcome and did the race, and I was 9th. So that showed my resilience, and so far I've been improving and improving. I've represented Kenya in Commonwealth Games, or African Games. So,
of course, all that counts towards your, it backs up your experience,
yes,
which is crucial.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
And the rest of the field, you feel like you'll have an edge over them?
Yes, because some of the guys who will be coming maybe from the Black Mamba or other fields, I have the experience and that will also work on my side and on my advantage. Yes.
How different is it to race in Tatu, Iten, and Machakos and Hell's Gate? The 3 or 4 stops that this race makes in a season.
So the main crucial thing, like in Machakos, it's hot. I struggle with heat because I'm from Limuru. It's cold. So when I go to a heat place, my body gets heat shock, and I really struggled there. But in Hell's Gate, I've been doing some heat acclimation, so I'm really confident that my body will respond well. Yes.
And gravel racing, of course, still on that one. What challenges does it come with it, and how do you prepare for them? Because it's off-road, you don't know, maybe you could be racing and you find you end up in a gully. How do you, how do you help yourself out?
So in gravel racing, you need to be, number one, a mechanic. You need to know how to fix your bike, because no one is going to fix your bike. Because like you have said, you find yourself in a gully, maybe the chain has come out, you have had a puncture. Because mainly with untube race, you need to know how to plug in, seal it, pump, continue. You have to have the skill set in you. Yes.
Yeah. What drove you to cycling?
Passion. I used to run. I studied in Genia High School, so I used to do running long distance. But I had to commute from home to school, and I saw it was very far. So I started with the Black Mamba, and I kept enjoying every single day. I did my commute from home to school. And I said after high school, like, why don't I do it as a passion? Because I could see on the phone, on the television, the guys who are doing it as a profession. And
especially Kinja.
yes, Kinja.
Froome.
Yeah. I said, man, let me do this. And here I am.
Yeah. And how was it like in the beginning? Was it smooth sailing? Or
No,
were there too many battles?
no, it was so hard. It was so hard. Number one, I thought maybe after 1 year, 2 years, I'll get in the spotlight. It went long. It went long, but through my consistency, the payback came. Yes.
How do you keep up maybe with the latest technology in terms of having the best bikes?
So I'm grateful for Team Amani because every year we'll have a new bike set, thanks to Factor, who they're the ones sponsoring our bikes, and we are able to get the new components, the updated ones, and we have classes where we learn on how they work and how to maintain them. Yes.
And looking back at the history of cycling in the country, that means that there are also huge potential.
Yes. Yes.
What maybe when do we have a daytime when all that will explode on the global scene? We've seen Froome say he trained from here, started here. He has, Akina Kinja trained with him. All that great story that's so common nowadays. Yes.
So on cycling, it takes time. Like I'm grateful for Amani on what they're doing. We're getting a chance to go and race in Europe. So it's just a matter of time, and one day I'm sure all the odds will add up.
Your UCI targets, World Championship?
Top 10. If I qualify, I'll be aiming for the top 10. Yes.
How far are you from it? How close are you?
First, I'll have to qualify. Yes, if I qualify for that, then I focus on that.
So you'll be chasing qualification points in Naivasha on 14th.
Yes.
In a field of over 50 riders?
Yes. Over 50 riders.
If you top, how many points you get?
It depends on also the timing and the position that you are in. Yes.
I saw Jordan Schleck this time. We'll be glad to read Kay and Ndungu won the 72 kilometers race.
Yes.
Against all odds, right?
Against all odds.
How familiar are you with the Hell's Gate route?
Well, quite familiar. Yes. Because I also did it last year, and I've done some of the rides there on my training, so I quite well know it.
And as we wind up, your targets and expectations in Naivasha?
A win. I'm looking forward for
a win.
Yes.
How important? How significant? What will it symbolize?
Significant. Yes, very significant. In such an event, very significant. Yes.
So we wish you all the best on 14th.
Thank you so much.
Right?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Kea finished second in Machakos. He says he'll be upgrading, to the first position. Thank you for making your time and also sharing your belief and expectations ahead of the race.
Yeah, thank you.
Up next, I'll be speaking with Dennis Okeo on matters athletics, and we'll talk about Kip Keino Classic, the national trials, AK member associations running their trials for the national championships, and just, you never know, much more. So stay with us on the Touchline. We'll be back.